Is that Chris?
Hey man, this is just a prime example if y'all want to learn a tutorial on how to ruin your career before it even popped off. You know, you would think someone that's literally profiting and making money off of black culture will have a little more respect for black people. But to be honest, I can't even be too mad because guess what? The black people around him allowed it. And at the same time, it seemed like he got good intentions. But to say what you're going to do about it is really like a slap in black people's face. And it seems like we got to start protecting our little culture and gatekeeping because, bro, I ain't going to lie. It's like every time black people do stuff like this, we get slapped in the face, bro. And at this point, bro, enough is enough. I ain't going to lie. Man, what is good, YouTube? Y'all already know who it is, bro. It's Lucas J here, y'all. Back with another video, man. And today, y'all, we got a crazy and wild video to talk about. Now, I've been seeing this video trend all over social media. Now, it seems like up-and-coming Mexican rapper Mexican OT has been trending all over social media after he pretty much blatantly disrespected black people in a recent interview with Angela Yee lip service. Now, it seems like they asked him about using the N-word and his usage of it and how he feel and should he say it or not, and his response got the internet going crazy. But the sad part about it, man, Iggas gonna be Iggas. They're gonna still support him and still find somebody to defend it. And at this point, it's disgusting. Now we're gonna talk about it, and I'm gonna show y'all the video and everything. But real quick, y'all know my little routine, man. Just hit that like button, you feel me, and comment, tap in down below, man, and also smash that notification bell. So for one, you can be notified anytime I drop a video, and I can also just keep y'all updated on the situation in general. Now, before we get into this crazy video, y'all know I have to shout out my people, man. Shout out to Tillman Williams Kennel. Y'all know they have the best micro and pocket American bullies. Y'all know they've been doing this for over 10 years. So these ain't no people that just trying to make some money. They know what they doing. They will get y'all right. Now, y'all go follow them on every social media platform. They got puppies available. They got studs open to the public. And they even got some up and coming playing breeds. Like I said, tap in with them at Tillman Williams Kennel on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you want to look at, go look up Tillman Williams Kennel, man. And for all my people that's old and don't want to do that, you can even call them, man. Call them at 717-781-7083. Go tap in with them. Tell them I sent y'all. Go get y'all a bully. I'm finna go get mine. Now let's get back to this video, bro. Now, as I said, we got up and coming Mexican rapper, Mexican OT. And he's been trending all over social media. Now, if y'all don't know who he is, he's a Mexican rapper from Texas. I don't know if he's from Houston to be exact. I don't really know too much about him. I don't listen to him. I don't really listen to no Texas rappers. They kind of trash to me, if we're going to be honest. I'm so sick of that whole I'm from Texas sound. Like, it seems like all of them sound the same. And the biggest rapper right now, I think, is Sauce Walker. Maybe I might be tripping, but like, I don't even listen to him. Nah. One thing I do remember about the little Mexican nigga, he had a song, he was like, I'm a 30, I don't even know what he was saying, bro. And I remember that was going viral for whatever reason. But he been trending over social media. Now, it seems like he did an interview with Angela Yee lip service, you know, which is actually a pretty dope podcast. You know, they just pretty much a whole bunch of old freaks and they just be asking crazy questions. They asked him about his usage of the N-word, knowing that he a Mexican, and his response had the internet going crazy.
Do you feel like you could say the N-word?
I feel like I can say it, but not because of that, and I'm gonna tell you why. I wish there was some black dudes in here.
And this one right here, not.
Okay, well, we're gonna use him. What the f are you gonna do about it, you know? And then second of all, I grew up loving these motherfuckers. I grew up fighting with them. I grew up eating with them. I grew up fucking doing bad shit with them. I grew up loving with them. You know, I got family. And it's not even about family. Even if I wasn't related to nobody, I'm black. I mean, it was. It's what the fuck I was surrounded by, you know? Like, I respect people that they feel that way, and that's why I try to shut the fuck up about it.
Right.
But if you're from where I'm from, or anywhere, what the fuck are you gonna do about it? You know, it's like I don't went to the jungle and earned the lion's head. You know.
I feel like a lot of people that are from Latino descent here in New York feel that same way. The Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans.
I mean, shit, y'all just, I mean, and not even trying to justify, but shit, y'all just got dropped off before us. That's all it is.
Y'all got dropped off first. It's crazy.
We from the same boat.
Now, as y'all see, you know, he pretty much said in the interview, you know, pretty much like, where's a black person, and said, what are you gonna do about it? Just straight up in their face, and they laughed about it and kiki because they scary, but also went on to elaborate more and said that, you know, he not saying it in really like a disrespectful manner, but that's just what he grew up around. That's what he been around black people all his life, and you know that's just how he is in Texas. Now, although I don't respect the whole what you gonna do about it, because I feel like as a black man, he kind of like disrespecting you and like kind of like testing your nuts, because it's like he said, well, a black person, that meaning if I was in there, you like testing me, you asking me what I'm gonna do, and the whole time I mean not looking like that, but you saying that make me gonna want to take it to another level. Now, although what you grew up around, that's who you are, regardless if you're a white person, you bound to say the N-word because you grew up around it. You know what I'm saying? Also, if you an Asian person, you gonna grow up around. That's just how it is. You are what you growing up around. You ever heard that term? You are who you around. You know what I'm saying? That just like pretty much one of them situations, bro. When you're around something for so long, you just naturally adapt to the culture. Now, me personally, I don't really like trip about it overly, because at the same time, if it's such an offensive word and other races shouldn't say it, I think us as black people shouldn't say it. If it's such a word of like, oh, it's from the back in the day, then we shouldn't be saying it to each other. So it's kind of like hypocritical for us to say something about it. But the whole what you gonna do about it, it's just something that just rubbed me the wrong way, and I don't like it. Now, one rapper that ended up speaking out about it was a woman from Atlanta that goes by the name of Venetia. Now, she put up something and said, if you're not black, stop saying igga, period. I don't know why that's so hard. Question mark. I don't care who you grew up with. If you're not black, expand your vocabulary. Now, one thing about that is, people had a lot to say about it. Oh, she a female. It's 2025. Da, da, da. But it's so funny. Like, when people actually sit back and think about it, why is it so hard for y'all to not say the N-word? Like, y'all can stop saying everything, but when it comes to the N-word, that's where y'all be like, oh, that's just how I talk. But actuality, bro, y'all like, that's so weird to me. Y'all can say every little thing y'all don't have a problem with, but when it comes to saying the N-word, that's where y'all draw the line, and y'all just somehow can't say it, But I mean, it makes sense. You hear it in your everyday life, hear it in music, movies, everybody say it. So, they want to be us, bro. It's simple as that. Now, one person that came to the rescue, Coon Man to the rescue, Sauce Walker. Now, he responded with the most dumbest and ignorantest response I ever seen in my life. He said, she barely black, just like my kids, LOL. How you gonna say who can say the N-word? That's like saying black people can't eat tacos. Ignorant at its finest. Now, I don't know where was the correlation with that. You compare a racial word that like people used to get called back in the day to tacos. That didn't make no sense. And I know he only defending it. Why? Because, this is a guy that, got, like I said, a baby mother that's not black by multiple women. He went on the record saying that he don't even like black women. He can't really, he been feeling how he want to feel. And also, a lot of his people in his corner is Mexican. He from Texas, he from Houston. Black and Mexican people are like this, which is nothing wrong with it. And he also got an artist named Peso. So, instead of going against the grain and saying how he feel or standing on something that's right, he gonna just agree with it because that's how niggas are. Niggas are scary. Now, right after that, people clowned him and just pretty much said like, bro, that was dumb, which it was. You compared a word to some tacos. And he went on to try to give us a lecture and say something that ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about right now.
This shit. Okay. Y'all dumb motherfuckers are so dumb and brainwashed that y'all believe that racism is words instead of actions. Are you dumb? Let me teach you dumb motherfuckers what racism is in America. Racism is segregation and separation. What niggas do now? Hey man, you can't come to my hood because you ain't from this hood. You can't hustle on my block because you ain't from this block. Oh, you rubbed the wrong color, nigga. You ain't this. You can't come do this and that.
In about 2 miles, take exit 2D on the left to merge onto I-395
opportunity
East.
from him. I'ma rob him. I'ma kill him. Because I don't want this to be in my area. That's what they used to do to niggas. They used to hang niggas because they didn't want us on their streets. They used to burn people's houses and put crosses in their yard because they didn't want you in the neighborhood.
As y'all see, we got the history teacher Sauce Luther King pretty much went on to explain the difference between racism and prejudice and just yapping about whatever, don't even matter. What he's saying was low-key right, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it wasn't nothing about that whole little confrontation. That had nothing to do with what we were talking about. But whatever. Now, also, Stunner for Vegas, wife, baby mother, whatever you want to call him. I'm pretty sure that's his wife, so I don't want to disrespect her. She also went on to have a little say-so and said, all this talk about who can and can't say igga a day after Juneteenth is egregious. If you're not black, don't say igga. The F be wrong with y'all. Shame on anybody condoning the use of a slur towards a marginalized community that isn't even your own. In 2025, the audacity. Let's wrap the issue up. More important issues at hand right now, which I gotta group the last part. For us to sit up here and try to make this big old deal about a word, it's just pointless because guess what? People gonna say what they want to say, and at the end of the day, in life, you gotta deal with consequence. So one thing I just don't like about the whole situation is that you got people that's like from Texas thinking they speak for the whole world. Like, fun fact, y'all, your city does not translate to the whole world. You know, you got Mexicans in LA that don't even say the N-word and they'll violate their essays or vatos for saying that. So it's different everywhere. You know, just because you can say it to somebody in Texas don't mean you can go to Georgia or somewhere else or somebody that stamp you by that because they really take it to defense, but they willing to take your life or go there with you by it. So if you willing to die over a word like over a slur that don't even belong to you, that didn't come from your way, by God, do you? You know, it's dumb, you know, knowing that you're a rapper at that in our culture, you're profiting off of our culture, being a Mexican. You know, we so open hearted and we so, come on, make this money and be a part of the culture because hip hop ain't just one color no more. It was made by, you know, the black people and Puerto Rican people in New York. But at the same time, you know, we all know who ran it or who come on now, let's be real, who run the culture. But also, it's just funny because like, you profiting off of this. That's not even your culture. A lot of your grandparents probably would look down on you and disown you for even making music like this and making music in this culture because that's not your culture. You know what I'm saying? It just be funny. You know, it also just shows that Black Americans are the most disrespected, but it also shows that Black Americans are hypocritical because we also disrespect each other more than anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? We sit up here and say the N-word every day, so they give everybody else the green light to say, you know, it's just crazy though, bro. 2025, people can stop doing a lot of things, but when it comes to the N-word, they draw the line, bro. It's funny to me, bro. You know, like people want to be an igga till it's time to be an igga, bro. It's crazy. One thing about it, I've always seen through history, these guys portray this igga image until things hit the fan, and all of a sudden, like Viva la Mexico and all this, and everybody become everything but what they was portraying to be, bro. It's just funny to me. But I don't care, bro. All y'all can kiss my, you feel me? It is what it is. But give me y'all thoughts and opinions. And let me know how y'all feel about it down below. And let me know, do y'all feel like this was too far? Or do y'all feel like they got a valid point? Do y'all feel like Black people just find something to complain about? Y'all feel like it ain't that deep? Just give me y'all thoughts and opinions about this down below, bro. Y'all already know who it is. It's Look at Jay. Thank God for another day. May y'all be safe. I love y'all. Christ loves y'all so much more than I ever will. And yeah, bro. I'm out, huh?